Alright, what's up everyone? This is A6 with a demonstration of Scribbler, my node-based dialogue tool based off of Talkit. A little quick story of how Scribbler came to be. About a year ago, I was looking for a dialogue software, something that I could type out, what people were saying. It prints out some JSON, and I throw it into a game engine that can read it. And I would just do the code that would read the JSON. Reason being is I work with JSON at work at my old job, so it was easy for me to work with and just made sense. Couldn't find anything that was simple, either simple, free. Those are my two biggest things. It had to be simple and it had to be free. Didn't really find anything that suited my needs except for Talkit. But Talkit itself was pretty bare bones, but it was open source, so while I was using it, I was just like, man, if I could do this, or man, if I could do that. So I was just like, man, one day I'm just gonna sit down and just talk it, and make it my own. A year later, here I am, but instead of forking Talkit off the GitHubs, I just started from scratch because I had to learn JavaScript, HTML, and jQuery and all that stuff anyway. So in my learning, I just ended up doing the project from scratch because the best way to learn any programming language is just to do a project and figure out how to do it. But anyway, so there's the page for it, which you can get to at my website. It's on the menu, home, Scribbler. Here's actual Scribbler. You got some how to use, got some support options, how to address problems, change logs, stuff like that. Comments at the bottom. Then you have the actual tool here. It's a little big, doesn't even fit my computer screen. I normally have it on my bigger monitor so I can see the whole thing at once. But yeah, you just come into this graph, right click it, add some text nodes. As you can you'll see some bugs that still need to be worked out. So far, Scribbler is only a week old, so it's still very early, still in progress and all that good stuff. So you'll see some problems in this demonstration. You can link up your text by clicking on the little input and output nodes, and you can edit the actual dialogue by clicking on a node, coming down to this editor at the bottom of the tool. We can A6 hello world, click another one. Running out of things to type. This is like my third take of this video. I'm running out of things to type. I'm trying to type something different each time. And as you type, it changes those saves to the node, so you don't have to worry about saving nodes or anything like that. How the heck are ya? You can add another node, click it, and we can just delete it. So we can come into the menu, we can save this project. If you start a project when the tab's open, it'll probably have the default name, but that's okay. We can change projects names. So we're going to call this demo take 2, or take 3. You get some little alerts to tell you what's going on. You can start a new project. We're just going to call this test. Start a new project. We're going to save that project. Just save it. You can load projects. So here's the project we were just in with A6 World A6. Here's the project from my previous take. A6 Benson, get back to work or get fired. A6, and then from a previous take, we have another project. A6 Gene A6. And this is all being saved in your cache. So if you're wondering where it's all going, and I hope to have a feature where you can just export your the cache save. So if you get a new computer or delete your browser or some crap like that, then you can delete projects. So we're going to go and load test, and we're going to delete it. And if you delete a project that you're in, it'll tell you to make a new project. So we're going to call this test 2. And then we're going to save it so it shows up in the drop down. Then we're going to open up demo take 3. And then we're going to go delete test 2, which will just delete that because we're not in the project. It won't force us to make a new one. Let's see. So yeah, we've started a new project, we've saved a project, seen the project drop down, load project, deleting projects, change project name. So all there's left is exporting a project, which will download a nice JSON file, which I'll open in Atom. Now if you do decide to use Scribbler and you export your JSON, there's trailing spaces at the beginning of the file. I'm not sure why. I'm trying to fix that. The reason I caught that because of pre-JSON. So now here you have your JSON. Now this is what you would be using in your game. Each object represents a node with the key that is its ID, which you can verify by the ID key inside that object. You have types, which will represent regular dialogue, like this case, choices, whether to check variables or to set variables or anything like that. Actor, who's talking, dialogue, what's being said. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Next would be the ID of whatever node comes next in the dialogue sequence. So you see this ID matches up with this ID. Then here's its object, and then what's next? Here's, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And then if nothing comes next, that field's empty. And that's your JSON, and it's ready to use. Throw it in the game, however you want to. So yeah, Scribbler is actually ready to be used right now. Go to the website, go to this link, put some nodes down, save it, export it, throw it in your game. You can use it right now. Before I leave, if you would like to support Scribbler, it will remain free and will stay up as long as I can run this website. I have the Patreon or a Ko-fi for single donations. If you have a problem with Scribbler, I determined the best way, and I should mention it on the page, but the best way to submit problems is probably to leave a comment. And the reason why I say that is because I have to approve any comment that shows up on the website anyway to avoid spam. So obviously I have to read it first before it shows up on the website, and I can answer those questions hopefully, and then if anybody else has that same issue, they can just look at the comments hopefully, or refer back to the comments, or I can just have a space that compiles all the problems that have been found. So that will remove duplicates or if people Google search or stuff like that. Yeah, and then there's a change log here too for people who like that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's it. That's Scribbler. I hope to be working on it a lot because I plan on using it for my next project. Yeah, I guess since we're here, I should mention that we're coming into October. It's the last day of September as I'm recording this. In October, I'll be doing Inktober, kinda. I'll be doing pixel art. I'll be doing Devtober, which I'll go into details later on my website. And I'll be doing the 21-day VGM challenge again, which I think I did back in July. You can check out my SoundCloud for the songs that I created for that. So I'll be doing that again, trying to better all my skills all the way around, like a triple threat. Inktober and Devtober will be kind of done alternating days. So I'll start with Devtober, then Inktober, Devtober, and 21-day VGM is clearly just 21 days. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Enjoy Scribbler. I hope to make it better. I'm sorry, end of videos, I suck at them. I don't know how to end videos. I should just talk forever and ever, and yeah, I would never have to end it. But everything must come to an end eventually. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit that end recording button. See you guys on the next awkward video.